Hey guys, Pinnacle, how you doing? We're going to look at EVE Online today, a game I used to play for a long time, and I've recently just got back into it after getting a little bit of a headache from all the hackers and the desync on PUBG. So taking a short break from that, but I will be back on that again soon. In the meantime, we're going to look at the Serpentis 10 out of 10 shipyards and how to do them in a Tengu. We're going to do the timing, we're going to do the travel fit, and we're going to go over all the details you need. So let's get started. Just head out to your site, which is obviously in a different system to the one you're in. You're going to want to take with you a mobile depot so you can swap out. Now, what I'm doing here is I'm quickly swapping out a couple of the subsystems. I'm swapping out the Caldari Navy ballistic control units for Inertial Stabilizers. I'm putting a cloak on it, and I'm dropping one of the hardeners. I'm getting myself ready with a couple of boosts. One is for the missile flight time, and the other one is going to be for the shield boost. Now, I'm actually running crystal implants on this character anyway, so you know, I'm really over the top when it comes to shield boosting. So I've got no concerns there whatsoever. But even without these crystal implants, we can, I mean, you can see here I've got the improved ones. I'm going to swap out to the crystal ones now. Even without the crystal implants, you can still do this without any boosts, without anything. It's just, you know, I'm just being a bit cautious because I do get distracted. It is a little bit, does get a bit monogamous and a bit boring after a while, just firing missiles at ships all the time. So I'm kind of watching YouTube on the other screen. You'll probably see during this video I'm over boosting a lot, forgetting to, you know, start my missiles up again when they're reloaded. But if you concentrate, you can probably get this done in a lot quicker time as well. So with this travel fit, we're still doing around about 500 DPS, which is enough to get us out of trouble if we really need it. We've got a couple of missile precision scripts loaded as well. So, you know, it's a pretty good setup. Once we actually get into the Plex, or once we get into the system that we're doing the site in, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be swapping those out and producing around about 970 DPS, I think, with my skills. Anything over 750 is enough to do a 1010 Serpentis site. So this is traveling. Let's just fast forward to the travel time, and then when we actually get to the system, we can go from there, and we can start the clock to see how long it takes. Okay, so we've arrived in the system. It was only 3 jumps, I mean, which is actually quite close. They're usually around about 6 or 7. You can make sure that you're in the right place by bringing up your opportunities, and you can check in there, and you should have a Warp 2 button highlighted. It won't be highlighted if you're in Warp at the moment. Okay, so we're back in the bay now. We are going to quickly swap out these inertial stabilizers. We're going to swap over our defensive subsystem and take that cloaking device off. So propulsion and the defensive we're going to swap out. We're going to put the Caldari ballistic control units in there and stick the thermal back on. If I can, stick it on. There we go. Right. Okay, so this is your setup now. You're looking at around about 970 DPS. But as I say, 750 or more is fine. We're in the system. We've got a 40 SAR in the system anyway, so we don't need to carry all this stuff with us. We might as well dump it in here, and we'll pick it up when we come back. Keep the scripts, keep the boosts, and keep the missiles. That's all you need. I've got a blue pill there just in case I get into serious trouble. But at the moment, I think I'm repairing something like 524 hit points every 3 seconds, and my resistances are pretty good. So, okay, so we're going to come out and we're going to warp to the area. We'll get that up. Okay, I'm in warp. Okay, what we're going to do now, I'm going to quickly talk you through, first of all, the easiest way to do it. As soon as you go in, the first gate, you put your hardeners on, you put your precision scripts on, your computers. You're going to head for the gate. There's a gate inside, only one gate. You're going to orbit it 1,000. You put your afterburner on. You're going to take out all the small ships, then all the cruisers, then all the battleships. Job done. After that, you go through into the second room. There are 3 gates in the second room. You want to go for the middle one. The middle one is marked headquarters. Again, you burn for that. You put 1,000 orbit on, and you go straight for it with an afterburner. There is a status webifier in, I think, each room. You want to take the status webifiers out first because you will start taking more damage when you do this. I'm starting the clock anyway on this video, but we're going to speed it up in a minute, and the clock will also be speeded up, hopefully. Or maybe I won't be able to get it to work. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, so here we're looking at, we're going to orbit the gate. We're going to start firing at the status webifiers. I have no idea why I overheated that, and I've just worked out that I have, so I've turned it off. My mistake here. Anyone spot it? Yeah, afterburner's not on. So afterburner comes on now. The status webifier's not actually got me yet anyway, and I'm out of range. I'm 44 range on this, and it's 50k away. I think they start webbing within 50k. So you got to make sure that you're within your range to actually take it down, and then as soon as you are, that's your primary target. Once you've taken the status webifier down, you want to start taking out the small stuff, then the cruisers, then the big stuff. So we're going to fast forward until we get to the next room. Okay, so that's the first room cleared. We are actually going to take the gate. I mean, there's no good loot here to get, to be honest. There's one Serpentis Major. If he drops something, it's worth looting, but otherwise there's really nothing. And most of them don't drop loot anyway, it's just empty wrecks. So unless you've got an ult you want to salvage it, it's hardly worth it, to be honest. Okay, so in the next room we're going to go to the middle gate. The first thing we're going to do is lock up these status webifiers because they are going to hurt. So we're going to shoot those as soon as we can once we're in range. And we're going to orbit that middle gate at 1,000. Now this is, you're going to have a double web on you, so you want to take these guys down quick. That's one down, the next one down, and the same again. You want to start working from the little stuff, medium, and up to battleships. That's the probably easiest way to do it, and that's the way to tank it the best. You take less damage that way. So the status webifiers are down. All we need to do now is clear the room, and then we're going to jump through the middle gate at the far end of the site there. I'm going to speed it up again, and we'll come back when the room's clear. Okay, so that room's clear, so we go into the final room, the headquarters. You can do the left and right if you really want, but there's really not much point because it's a lot of hassle for, you know, for green stuff, and you know, you'd rather just do the dead space, get the blue loot, and get the hell out of there. So we're going to activate this last gate. Now, you notice that I've actually switched my missile scripts to range, which now gives me a 54 kilometer with the boost, which means that I can quite easily start taking out the station as soon as I get there. I've made a bit of a mistake here because what I want to do is I want to take out I want to orbit the station at 51, but I want to start taking out a couple of the small stuff first of all, because it's easier to tank that way. So what I'd usually do is I'd go in here, I wouldn't even touch a single ship. I'd go in, I'd orbit the station at 51k, it stops webbing me at 50k, then I'd have the range scripts on anyway, and I'd just be launching missiles onto the station. I wouldn't even touch a single one of the missile launchers, the ships, the frigs, nothing. You can easily tank it all once you've got that, once you're out of that range of the web of fire. You can easily tank it with this setup. You probably won't even need to use your shield boost that much, but you can see here that I'm taking out the small stuff, and I've got the range script on, so they're not really hitting in one pop, so I'm actually wasting missiles here. But anyway, that's basically what you do. You 51k, orbit the station, and you just start launching missiles at it as soon as you're outside of the web range. If you want to start taking out the small close stuff to you, then you know, you might as well, if you're not too fussed about losing missiles. 5,000 missiles, what's that, about 1.5 million, something like that, so I won't worry about it too much. Anyway, fast forward to the good juicy bit where I get the loot. Okay, so station's about to pop. As you can see, I've cleared down a little few of the ads, but I'm still easily tanking. I'm not even shield boosting. None of these guys can hit me when I'm orbiting at this. Now, when you go in to get the container, when you go in to get the loot, you are going to start taking more damage because you're no longer speed tanking. So just be aware that, you know, if you've left loads of ads up, none of these ads will scram you. That's a good thing. None of them will scram or warp disrupt you. So you can actually just go in there. But I would change your range to precision, and I would be ready to just start taking out some stuff which is hurting you. But you should be able to just steam in there, grab the loot, and get out. Now, from this Serpentis 1010 shipyard, you should be getting anything between, the lowest I've ever had is like 240 million. and the best I've had is 1.2 billion. You got to take into consideration that if you get a Vindicator blueprint copy, they're usually going for between, at the moment, 250 and 300 million. So, and that won't come up as a value because, you know, blueprint copies are worth zero in terms of value until you sell them. So as you can see, I'm steaming in towards the site. I've got 51k to get there to the cargo can. So I'm killing the rest of these ads, and we'll speed it up a little bit until we get to the loot. Okay, so almost at the can. I managed to take out a few other ships as well. As I say, you don't need to do this, but you can see I'm taking a bit more damage. And that was a bit of a pants drop, really. Yeah, nothing of great value. For the sake of 200 million, it's taken about, all in total time, from travelling, refitting, etc., about 40 minutes. I'll have the exact times. Right now, I'm going to list up the exact times of how long it took to travel, how long it took to actually do the site once we walked to the first gate, how many missiles I used, and how much loot I got. And you can then make your mind up whether it's worth it, or maybe you want to sell it. It's up to you. Anyway, I'm going to go to the station, I'm going to put my travel fit back on, and I'm going to get myself back home. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you've enjoyed, and hopefully this was useful. If it is, I'll probably will make some more E videos now and again, do some PvP videos as well. But I do make PUBG videos, and I do play a little bit of Hearthstone as well. So all of that, if you're interested in any of those kind of games, then subscribe and give us a like if you liked it. If you don't like it, you thought this was absolutely terrible, then give us a dislike. It really doesn't matter. I mean, give me a comment, give me some constructive feedback so I can try and improve videos for next time, and hopefully keep some people entertained. Until then, have fun, and I'll catch you around.